What is going on, guys? MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I want to talk about, to me it's kind of funny. I was doing some testing, and as mentioned in the last video, I want to go over two champions in specific. I'm going to mention a third, we'll get into that later. Two healers slash support turn meter boosting champions who hit ridiculously hard, and I mean absolutely ridiculously hard, for no reason whatsoever. Like, there is literally no reason these champions should be doing as much damage as they do. It was really cool to find them, and as you know, I have pretty good gear, so I decided to throw the best gear possible for damage on these champions, and your mind will be blown by the amount of damage these two champions can pull off. One of them isn't even completely booked. So we do have one legendary, one epic, so let's get right into the gear I put on these champions. So our first contestant in this competition to see which healer can do the most damage is going to be Lissandra, the high elf support legendary. Now, some people probably know how hard she hits, some people don't, but it's just so funny and I can't wait to show you guys. So the stats don't really matter because I thought about this before releasing the video. What am I going to say? What am I going to do with the gear? And there's literally no reason that you guys would ever want to build this. Maybe you can think of one. Leave a comment below if you would ever use a build like this for these champions. But regardless, let's get one into. I have on these champions, we have 41,000 health, 4,200 attack. Now attack is very hard to build on Lissandra, as we can see there. 969 base attack, so very low. Even though she hits hard, it's really hard to build attack. Same applies for our next champion, but we'll get into that when we get there. We do have 110 base speed. She's not using speed boots. I really wanted to pump as much attack as possible, so I did give her attack percent boots. We get 100 crit rate, 263 crit damage, and yeah, so that's what we have there. So quickly going over the masteries, I did give her the one-shot build that I use for everybody. We gave her the book to increase the bonus from the cruel gear she's wearing, and Helm Smasher. So we're going to be looking throughout this if the Helm Smasher does proc. For skills, the A1 is not booked at all, so we're missing out 5, 10, 15, 25% damage. The A2 has 2 books in it. We are missing plus 10% damage there. A3 is booked. You know what? Do it for the video, team. What am I thinking? You guys deserve better. You guys deserve much better. I'm embarrassed I didn't have her fully booked. Alright, so that's that. Gear, I mean, like I said, this doesn't really matter. Crit damage, attack. We got the pretty good stats here. Attack on the ring, crit damage neck, and oh, what happened here? See, this is why I check things, team. So for some reason we have a defense banner. Let's go for attack percentage, and is that the best we can do? 369, 338, no, 379. Whoops. All right, we'll add even more. Beautiful. All right, so now we're looking good. Let's see what our total. So 4,600. Not a huge increase, but good enough still. Now let's get into the second champion. The second champion and contestant for today's damage contest is Sinesha. Now some people probably know she does a ton of damage. She is quite often used as like a off affinity spider tank. She has that awesome heal, but wait until you see what she can do with the gear I have on her. I'm excited to see it. So once again, stats don't really matter. We'll just go over the total stats. 37,000 there, 4,000 attack, 112 speed. We also have attack boots on her to keep it fair. 105 crit rate, 264 critical damage. Now let me just make sure we have all okay. So we do have the attack banner there, crit damage, attack, plus 8 shield. We're going to leave it. We can't get attack percent there. We can get some crit damage, but listen, I got books for you guys. Don't expect the world from me. All right, going over the masteries very quickly. We do have Helm Smasher, the same one-shot build as before, as well as the book to increase the damage stats from the gear sets. So now, I did mention there was a third champion, so all memes aside, if you don't know about it, the MurderInc meme, quality, thanks for whoever started that, appreciate you guys. So people say I look like Minaya. I think Farting Cows, the YouTuber, did an intro to his video where he put a red bow in my hair, found some clip of one of my YouTube videos with me with like puckering my lips or something where he paused it and then he put me next to Minaya and said, look how much Murder looks like Minaya. So if you don't know about Farting Cows, definitely go and check him out. Really cool guy. But so this is a champion who does maybe more than the other champions. I don't know that for sure. I don't have my Minaya booked, but I do have a champion spotlight on Minaya. I'm going to leave a link somewhere above. And so if you want to see how much damage she can do, she's probably the most realistic damage dealer of all these champions. She does have really crazy healing skills. She has a block debuff if the targets are under defense up, so you can find a use for her in the clan boss. I know I said I was going to test her. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but if you can find a use for a healer, someone who does a block debuff, assuming you already have an increased defense on your team, you can absolutely use Minaya, build her with 100% crit rate, as much attack and crit damage as you can, while keeping her pretty tanky with the health and defense, and you can definitely use her as a champion. So she's the third champion who would be in this race, but like I said, already went over her. Now that I think about it, there is one more champion that slipped my mind until this moment right now. Doom Priest is someone that was commonly used in the auto-unkillable teams that I ran for a long time, and if you built her with attack, crit damage, crit rate, like I have in my champions now, she can do up to 110,000 damage per A1. Obviously her A1 is the only source of her damage, as the A2 is just an increased attack, and of course passive clears one random debuff and has a heal. So this is another champion who does hit very hard, has a pretty decent multiplier on the A1. So this is someone who I would say is definitely in the 4 spot for damage dealing, but without wasting any more time, let's get this competition rolling. So what we're going to do is we are going to start in Dragon 16. Let's take this to 1x speed. We have our typical attack leader with Royal Guard like the last video, Bigomorph, Whirlim for the increased crit damage, and Arbiter to boost the team. So we got the boost going on here. Let's increase the crit damage. I did reorder things, so there wasn't a ton of damage going on to these champions at first. Alright. Let's boost again since they're so slow. Alright, Sinesha's turn. Vaporize. This is the ability I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get a Helm Smasher proc. I'm not really going to know since she is wearing cruel gear and it's going to say ignore defense regardless, so I'll probably run this a couple times for you guys and we'll see how it goes. So Vaporize. Here we go. 189,000 damage from Vaporize. Plarium, what were you thinking? My Royal Guard's A1 just did 69,000. Like, hello? Alright, let's do a defense up. I want to show you guys her A1 if she can cycle through. Oh, Draco's going to surplus here. Yep, 1.3 million. If I boost here, will Sinesha go? Risk it for the biscuit team. She doesn't have full health, so uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. Let's see what the A1 does. 93,000 and 81,000. Get a load of that. Alright, so quickly, let's throw this on auto. I don't think she's going to do more damage. Sinesha, maybe you'll have more use out of her. I mean, once again, look at that damage without an defense down, weaken. Insane. 181,000 on the dragon. Yeah, so I don't know where you would use a damage dealing champion like this. Maybe for progression, it's possible. It would be really hard if you are in a progression state to get the stats here, but I don't know. So let's replay this again. All right, so we will boost again here, and let's use this. I call it a clock skill for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's watch and see if the Helm Smasher procs and if we get a higher number than last time. 195, so maybe I don't think it proc, to be honest. The number too consistent for it to proc 2 times in a row. What I do want to do here is let's clear this wave, get on to the next wave, and we will see what Sinesh's A1 does with a full defense down and weaken on the entire team. I think that's going to be really cool to see. So, all right, here we go. Perfect setup here. We got the attack up. We got Whirlim's cooldown up, giving increased crit damage. Defense down and weaken. Now let's watch Sinesha. All right, double turn meter boost. Got it. Let's watch his A1. Watch what happens. 88 to 96,000 per enemy. What? Hello, Plarium? Are you okay? I mean, I've seen people's fully built Zargalas not do that kind of damage. Granted, I do have exceptional gear on her, and it's going to be very hard to replicate. But the fact that we just saw Royal Guard do 250,000 damage on his takedown, and Sinesha did 180,000 damage with their clock single target ability, just insane. I'm going to try this one more time, see if we get a different number here. I'm convinced we haven't seen the Helm Smasher proc yet. Let's see if I'm right, or let's see if I'm wrong. Moment of truth time. What can we do? 206,000. So I don't really know if I was right or wrong. There is a damage threshold for this, so I'm not going to bore you again with another run. I'm sure this is cool to see, but I'm just going to end this battle and we will replay it again. Get clocked. 179. Okay, so the 200,000 was in fact a Helm Smasher proc. Really cool to see. Let's move on to Lissandra now. All right, guys, we're coming in hot. We have Lissandra on the team. Let's set this up. Let's see what this champion can do. Will she take the #1 spot, or will Sinesha claim that herself? All right, this is the true get clocked ability here. Let's go. 217,000. Now, we don't know if that's Helm Smasher yet. We're definitely going to test it again. Let's throw this on auto and just see what her A1 does when we do get to it. It is definitely going to be in this next wave here, so let's look closely. All right, so there was a turn meter boost. Let me just slow this down so they don't get killed. We still have attack up on her, so that is good. Low health 1. All right, single target, transfers, debuffs. Let's hit Faceless with this. 132,000. So that perhaps was a Helm Smasher proc. Very interesting to see. That's pretty insane. Granted, Sinesha is a double hit, so she has that going for her under the certain condition of the team, but yeah, it's looking like Lissandra is going to take this. Let's see if in fact that was a Helm Smasher proc, or if we can get a higher number here. Got the turn meter boost. All right, let's go. Get clocked. 230,000. That was definitely a proc there. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Give me your reactions. I'm pretty speechless, to be honest. What is the point in having a champion like Lissandra hits this hard? I can see Sinesha being the AoE, the sister of Skull Crown. Skull Crown's a huge damage dealer. 172,000 damage on the A1. Hello? I can't get over this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is just insane. Absolutely insane. Alright guys, so that's it for my video. We do have a winner. Lissandra is the hardest hitting support / healer champion in the game. Followed by, I mean, I can't even give this to Minaya because I did the Minaya test. I remember the numbers. It was not as hard as Lissandra. So that's just insane. Now, compared to Sinesha, I still think Sinesha takes 2nd place. Minaya definitely coming in with that 3rd place, and 4th, as mentioned, Doom Priest for sure. I had a ton of fun making this video. for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy it as much as I enjoy creating it and launching it. If you have any questions about my champion builds, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Discord channel in my Discord. Make sure you join that. There is a link in the description. You just have to hit show more. I know that was confusing for some people. I'm going to start a channel. I'm going to put the builds of all of my champions in there so you can always have a reference point and check that out. Don't forget, if you like content like this, leave this video a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload next. Thank you guys a ton for watching, and I will see you either on Twitch or in my next video. Peace out.